Good morning. Happy Saturday. Cannot believe it's already Saturday already. Where did this week go? Have a few things I want to talk about. And basically, it's about the bad habits that I wish would stop around the holiday season. Let's talk about this back in a minute. Hey, I'm Jana from New York City. I really love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. And I really mean it when I say hard earned money. We need to always realize when we're so willing to give up that money so quickly, sometimes for silly reasons, but that's another show. Let's jump into today's show. There are some bad holiday habits that I personally think should stop. Okay, so I have my trusty notebook with me and I'm using it as a guideline today because I wrote down these things that kind of sort of like bothered me. So I said, you know what? Let's just have the notes handy. Number one, feeling like I have to do it all in one day. Let me ask anybody viewing this a question. Do you feel like you have to do everything in one day? Grant you, yes, the designated day that many of us are celebrating is Christmas, December 25th. Yes, I know it is one day, and that day happens one day out of the year. But there's an easier way to do it and take a little less pressure off. Keep in mind the week that follows Christmas, that many people, for example, students have that week off for Christmas vacation. Many people do. So instead of trying to do everything, cram jamming it, let's say into even from the 24th on, you could celebrate the holiday throughout that extra week. And I intend to do that instead of trying to cram jam everything into one day. For example, let's say you want to go to this person's house or that person's house. Of course, the bird clock. Sometimes that is just not possible. It is not feasible. So if you could pace it out instead of always falling into the habit of trying to do it all and be it all in one day, that's really, really hard. We can pace it out. Maybe we'll just like sort of think about that. I know that's the attitude that I've been pacing out this year, and it works. The pacing out works. I'm telling you, takes a lot of stress away. All right, next, another bad habit. It's a great idea to get rid of the FOMO way of thinking. What is FOMO? Fear of missing out. That's a tough one because we feel like, but wait a minute, Jen, it's like this time of year. This is not July. This is not August. This is now. This is the holiday season. If you look at it this way, you get in as much as you can. That's it. But don't pressure yourself to the point where it like bothers you. We're always going to miss out on something every day. I can't know what happens in the entire world every day. No one can. So just understand that we actually normally live that way. It is impossible to know everything and be at every place and every time doing everything. So we just have to learn to not worry about FOMO. And it's a waste. Extra worry is a waste. Am I right? You see where I'm going with this? All right. Next, expecting unrealistic. Oh, this is a good one. Expecting unrealistic expectations. There is no such thing as a perfect day. Now, recently, I have to say, my birthday was absolutely a perfect day. But they come far and few between. Most days in life, that was like really totally exceptional day. There's always that one, in, at least for me, I'm speaking for myself. For every day as a human being, there's always that one little flaw, that little fly in the ointment. Idealistically, who wouldn't want a perfect day? But sometimes we raise the bar so high with the holiday season that if it doesn't have that Norman Rockwell quote, end of quote, picture feel, then we feel disappointed. Then we feel let down. But if we know sometimes things are not going to work out the way we want it, sometimes, let's say we have an appointment to visit someone at 11 o'clock for the holiday, for Christmas, for example, and you get stuck in traffic. Getting frustrated is not going to help. Now, I'll give you an example with the phone. I need to call you back in a few minutes. I'm sorry. Call you back. There you go. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm making a recording, but I'm smart enough to keep my phone with me because inevitably it's going to ring. But everybody that knows me well knows I might be recording. And if I say that, I have to call you back. Am I concerned that that call came through? Did it ruin the video? No. It's just a demonstration of real life and just rolling with the punches. Now let's get back to what I was saying. Let's say you were stuck in traffic and you were delayed a half hour. Don't let that half hour delay ruin your feelings, ruin your attitude. Be a grumbling, mumbling person when you arrive at your friend's or relative's home. Just push it aside. Good friends and good relatives understand. People get stuck in traffic. This is real life. We do not live in perfect world. Far from perfect world. So don't worry about everything being so perfect. All right. The next one is kind of sort of like common sense. We know we shouldn't do it, but it happens to many people anyway. Overindulgence in food and drink. And as far as like drinking alcohol, well, I'm a boring person. I don't drink alcohol. Okay. I just don't. Never did. Not interested. It's just not for me. My concern is the safety issue, drinking and driving. Okay. And that's really another show, probably closer to New Year's. All right. But the other thing is overindulgence in food. Okay. One of the reasons that I think, now I could be wrong, this is just a theory in my mind. I think that people tend to overindulge and overeat during the holidays is because of, let's go back to the second point, the FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, if I don't have that extra hunk of fancy schmancy cake today, I'm never going to have fancy schmancy cake ever again for the rest of my life. Is that true? Do you only have to, wait for that one time a year? I understand that opportunity may arise rather, the one day out of the year. I get that. But okay, so try a little bit of that fancy cake, and it gives you actually more of an opportunity to try a little bit of other things. We just get so caught up with FOMO many times, and that includes with overindulgence and eating and in drinking. Okay, this is my opinion on that. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but also I think also people give themselves license to overeat and to overindulge during the holiday season. So therefore they're like, who cares, But then the rest of the year they feel guilty. So if they feel maybe, well, if I don't take advantage of this time when I could be guilt-free, then I have to do everything in a 24 or 48-hour period. See where I'm going with this? It's excessive. It's not good. You feel uncomfortable. It ruins your day while you're there. How many times have you ever been to an event where somebody just overindulged and you feel so badly for them? You see them like they're like chewing on, antacids and whatever it is to make them feel better. So another bad holiday habit that really, in my honest, needs to stop is overindulgence in holiday food and definitely in alcoholic beverages. Okay, so like I said earlier, treat yourself, but pace yourself. It's just a better idea in general in life. All right, the next one. This is in the financial arena. Spending like there's what? No tomorrow. See, here's the thing. In the back of our minds, most of us reasonably know that there is a tomorrow. And actually, with the exception of the one time, and that's the day after we're no longer around, we're no longer here, if you will, there's always a tomorrow for the majority of our lives. 99% of our lives, there's always a tomorrow. But sometimes people spend as if there is no tomorrow, not caring about the fact that I know you're going to hear it again. You're probably going to hate it, but January still comes. The big bill, the big bill still comes. Like at the moment, just get so caught up in the fun and excitement. You see where I am going with this. So spending like there's no tomorrow is definitely a bad holiday habit. All right. Next, feeling inadequate about the gifts that you're able to give. Hey, one does one's best. And if you can't give the fanciest gift, the like, let's say maybe even a few years ago, you're giving a gift from your heart. When a person gives somebody something, it doesn't matter what it is. It's the thought that counts. At least this is what I was taught. It is the thought that counts. It is the thought behind that wrapping paper. It is the thought behind people who take a minute to crochet something. Sometimes people dismiss handmade items, which really is shocking to me. Somebody took enough time out of their life to crochet something for me or to create a craft for me or whatever. Wow, I would consider myself a blessed, fortunate person. Someone took that time out of their life. Time can never be recovered. So when a person takes their valuable time and effort and creates a unique thing for me, I personally treasure it. Now, does everybody think the same way like that? Not really. I wish more people would, but they don't. But here's the thing that's a bad habit. Don't you feel inadequate because perhaps your gift was not the $3,000 gift, okay? But, it's whatever it is, the best you could afford. Why? It came from your heart. And true friends and true family really appreciate every single thing you give. I know they do. I hope they do. All right. And finally, for myself, I believe that it's not a habit, it's just like a way of thinking. And I think it is wrong when people move away from the true meaning of the season, the true reason for the season, beyond the frantic shopping, beyond the ribbons, the bows, the trees, the lights, the too much credit card spending. There is a reason why we set aside this special, special time of the year. Those of faith understand that, okay? But even sometimes those of faith, the faith is there. But sometimes even people of faith sometimes get too distracted with I call fluffery. We have to wipe away the fluffery and go back to the original reason for the season. This is my personal belief. I want to thank everybody so much for taking time out of your busy schedule for my chat today. It's really, really nice to be able to look at you and to say hello, especially on the weekend, whether it happens to be on a Saturday or Sunday. One of the things that I would like to make sure that I do every single weekend, there might be a few weekends where it's not possible, but what I like to do every single weekend is to, arrive on camera and talk to you like this. It really is an amazing, wonderful gift to be able to do this. And thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to come back. Well, actually, if you're brand new here, welcome. To let you know, if you are brand new here, I upload daily, but Monday through Friday, it's at midnight. And those shows are audio shows. What's an audio show? I'm not on camera, but you get to hear my message and you get to fold your laundry and you get to slice and dice or make your breakfast or lay down and take 10 minutes with your headphone and just give a listen. It's radio style. The weekends are questionable in terms of uploads. I'm trying to upload every single weekend. Okay. So hopefully that will keep up. And again, thank you for being here. And I really want to play this for you. That video clip is so tranquil, so peaceful, and in my opinion, so thought provoking. But don't forget to do the following. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Come back tomorrow for Sunday chat. Take good care now. Bye bye.